Hey guys, Frank Flegg here from Ethical Property Partners, the place where we help you to make annual returns on your property on a monthly basis. So in this episode, I want to talk to you about the best time to invest in property. Now, we're here in the Canaries. We've chartered a yacht for today. We've seen some whales and some dolphins and stuff. I'll show you some of the amazing scenery in a minute. But what it's reminded me of being here and seeing some of the disadvantaged people on the islands is that we must build ourselves an asset base, look after us if the economy changes. It will look after us if we are made redundant from our jobs. You only have to look in the news at the moment. We've got P&O laying off 800 people. Now, if those workers had a portfolio of properties that were paying them an income every single month, it wouldn't be as big a deal to them as if it was their sole source of income. And that's what I've really been reflecting on this holiday. Now, I'm someone who is always interested in property. I find myself looking in the estate agents' windows here, or the easy for me to say, the Spanish estate agents. And so I will say inmobiliare. I think that's how you say Spanish estate agents. And so I'm looking in the windows and I'm looking at apartments to buy and comparing them with the rents, etc. And what I've noticed is there is never better time in the future to invest in property. I've spoken to two people on this holiday. The first has got cash in the bank, several £100,000 in the bank, and doesn't know whether to buy at auction or through Rightmove. And my recommendation is just to go down the easy route and get some money into property. The returns at the moment are really, really solid. And of course, capital values are going up, rents are going up at the moment, and it will never be a better time. It might get slightly cheaper, but not in the long term, not over the next 8, 9, 10 years. It's always better to invest today. The Chinese saying is the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. And I'm really pleased I started investing 14, 15 years ago. But the second best time is today. And the worst time is to invest tomorrow, because tomorrow might never come. And so that was the first person I've had a conversation with, and they are actually going to go and buy their first buy-to-let property in a couple of months. Now, that would be a traditional investment, which is still far better than not having any investment at all. But some of you that subscribe to the channel will know that I'm not a traditional investor. I'm a sophisticated investor. I want to buy more properties more quickly than traditional investment allows. And of course, if you're willing to put in the time and the energy, then that's well worth it. But some people don't want to invest in property at all, even in a traditional manner, and that's cool. Each to their own. I spoke to someone this week who is going to invest just shy of £90,000 with me, and they just want a flat return. And so I'm borrowing that 90k at 5% unsecured, and I will go and invest in properties, and I'm guaranteeing them a flat 5% return, which is brilliant for them, given that interest rates are still at around 1%. And so for me, it doesn't matter what you choose to do with your money, but you must invest it. It doesn't matter if you are an employee and you love your job and you want to stick with your job, that's great. It doesn't matter if you want to spend your time sailing around the Canaries like I'm doing at the moment. It doesn't matter if you want to build a massive portfolio. You must. I think it's our own responsibility to provide, to ensure that our financial futures are secure. And the best way of doing that, in my opinion, is to have a diverse investment portfolio, of which property must make up some of it. It's a lot of stock market investors will disagree with me, but most wealthy people have got money in property, and so I think it's our responsibility to ensure that we have some of our net worth in property. You know, to get into the top 1% of the UK's wealthiest people, you only need £688,000. That's all you need as a net worth. A beggar's belief to me. And if you think about how many buy-to-lets you need to get into that, it's not that many at all. From an income perspective, if you want to get into the top 1% of the UK's income bracket, it's £160,000. That's not hard at all to achieving property. If you have high monetization strategies, if you're trading in property and you're relatively active, 160k a year is not hard at all, and that gets you into the top 1%, which then gives you freedom. It gives you freedom. Property gives you freedom of location, gives you freedom of time. I don't have people phoning me. I've turned my phone off for the, well, other than for this video, I've turned my phone off for the week that I'm here. Next week I'm in Belgrade in Serbia, meeting some of my virtual team for the first time. Some of them have been with me for over a year, meeting them for the first time, taking my boys with me so that they can get some of the culture and meet some different people and see some different ways of living. And that's what property affords me. It's what property affords all of us who have chosen to invest our money into that asset class. It gives you freedom of time, freedom of location, and it gives you flexibility. It means that you're not jumping up and down and getting stressed when the environment around you changes. None of us predicted a pandemic. None of us predicted the credit crunch. None of us predicted the war between Russia and the Ukraine. These are all things that have popped up, but if you have a diverse array of income streams, it makes you resilient. It means that while others are stressing and while others are worrying about their income streams, you can relax. In fact, the pressures on incomes in the UK is actually going to afford us an opportunity to help more people. There are almost certainly going to be more people that we can help over the next 12 to 24 months as a result of inflation and the increased cost of living, because people won't be able to afford their mortgages, and we can often give them a much better solution than repossession, than selling through auction or falling behind on their mortgages and getting CCJs against them, etc. We can often solve their property problems and give them a solution that no one else can. And those problems, people with those problems, are just going to get larger and larger. There are going to be more and more people, which of course offers us an opportunity to build our portfolio. And so if you are considering investing in property, don't wait till tomorrow. Explore it now. Even if it's traditional investing, just dip your toe in the water, get some of your money into this asset class, because rents are going up, values are going up. It is a phenomenal investment. Until next time, happy investing.